So one particular aspect that I've examined deeply within the field of cognition and neuroscience is learning and memory, and also how learning and memory relates to other processes. And I think it's incredible to kind of contemplate, to learn about this organ that allows you to learn in the first place. It's very meta in many ways. So for memory, I mean, there are two main phases, of course. There's firstly the encoding stage, which is learning, where you upload information via sensory inputs coming into your nervous system, and you store it. You essentially connect A to B, so there's some sort of pattern formation mechanism there, and it's essentially part of the mechanisms of synaptic plasticity in the brain, and this kind of axon dendrite potentiation. So it's consolidating that connection weight between two or more nodes. And also, secondly, there's the recall process, where you actually recall memories. So that's either doing pattern completion or answering questions, recognizing someone's face, and so on. So that's that. So memory could be declarative, semantic information, or it could be episodic thoughts or mental maps. You can have memory in terms of procedural, implicit skills, walking, talking, cycling, and so on. More complex movements that you can acquire via training. So if you do gymnastics or martial arts, or if you learn how to perform surgery by hand, or via, now what they have is you can do it, medical specialists can do it via a robot, via a remote computer interaction simulation. They can actually maneuver some sort of robotic arm somewhere else, which is pretty incredible. So these are highly technical skills that is part of the whole learning and memory paradigm. And then memory can also be conditioned emotional responses. Responses to stimuli, and these would be additional to these, if you wish, evolutionarily hardwired emotional responses. There are also additional conditioned responses that one can learn additional to that mainframe. So we know that there are many neural network substrates that orchestrate the indexing of those decentralized memory elements. We know, for example, in the bilateral hippocampus, in the medial temporal lobe, these are structures that are highly involved in those sorts of processes, and they work with other neocortical layers, or gyri, as they say. So, for example, prefrontal cortex, gray matter, and the association areas, for example, in the occipital temporal or occipital parietal regions. So there's a lot of research on this to back that up, and a lot of evidence that's been accumulated over the last 100+ years of scientific work. And I'm not going to cover all these now, but I'll definitely post the references below as links in the description.